Jeff, from what I understand, you just shared with me a new repo that looked like it was a fork on an existing branch that's used like a cursor-like tool, but specifically geared towards creating user interfaces and UX. And you forked it to make it so that it can run off of any kind of AI model that the user wants. Is that basically it?
Yeah.
I would love to see this. What do you got?
Yeah, sure. So this is pretty awesome. This is by AI Jason. I follow him on YouTube. But and I tried it out. It's very good, but it was also very expensive. Like I spent $10, like just so easily.
Sure, kind of like Cloud Code. So it just runs it up.
It uses Cloud Code, and to be fair, Cloud Code is like Cloud is amazing at design right now. But we have other options these days. It's like why not, right? So,
right.
So this is their main repo, and all I did was I just forked it, and I'm going to let them know if they want to integrate any of the stuff that I made. But for right now, so this is the project for Superdesign, where you can just use natural language to prompt and do design work. And let's see if we can actually watch this real quick together. Yeah, you can see that you can just type in a prompt. You can do variations. So if you ask for 3 of it, you ask for X amount, and it'll do it. Give you a bunch of variations. You can pick the one that you like the most.
Oh, wiki cool. Shout out to Superdesign. Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah, they're using Cloud Code.
Yeah.
And you can easily wrap up, like, I had back up $10 just producing just 2 UIs.
Yeah.
It's really good. But I just was like, there's no way this is like a feasible,
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying.
It's not cost effective.
You could just hire a full-time designer, right? Eventually, because your developers are going to be doing things wrong over and over and over again. So just hire a front-end person at that point. But I hear you. So you wanted to make it so that you could pick. So you could use like DeepSeek or
Well, Gemini, which has been kicking ass, and I'll show you that in a second.
I've been a big fan of Gemini too.
Yeah, Gemini is really strong. I just integrated Kimi K2. I haven't tried that out yet, but I will definitely.
I haven't tried it. You've been telling me about.
So the README has so this is my fork of their repo, which is here. This is their main repo. Superdesign dev at Superdesign.
And yours is Orange Bread?
Mine's Orange Bread. Superdesign Open.
Look up Orange Bread on GitHub. All right.
Yep. Nothing fancy. I just refactored it to take many like API keys. You can configure it however you need it. I'm using OpenRouter.
You're using what?
I'm using OpenRouter. It's just the easiest one for this. Something like this, where you need access to multiple providers. Let's get to the fun part, which is what I'm working on.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm kind of working on. This is made Gemini. This is really nice. It only cost me like I think 5 cents rather than $10.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Not really. I'm going to open source anyway, so everyone's going to benefit from it.
Oh, this is the Superdesign that you have running on your desk connected to Gemini?
Yeah, so before you'd only had the option to, like down here on the left, bottom left, I'm looking at Quad Personifier. So that's what they had as the default.
Yes.
Because they were using Anthropic. So I just extended it and added a bunch of other models that are typically used.
And if people don't know what OpenRouter is, are they just a broker for other LLM services so that you can plug into one place and then they handle the back end for you? All right.
Yeah, that's great. OpenRouter is awesome. As you can see, just right here, I'm working on a different prompt here. I work out of Augment, so Augment has been really good. I'm using Augment to basically generate the prompt to design all this stuff, which has been super easy.
So I'm not sure I understand the workflow, because you've got 2 different AI tools. You got Superdesign Open on one side and Augment on the other. Is your workflow to come up with the prompt in Augment and then put it over into Superdesign?
Right now, workflow is to use Augment, which can grab all the context of the project. So let's say, for instance, this is maybe the use case for it. Yeah. You have an existing project, right, and you want to build enhancements to it. So how do you provide the right instructions to Superdesign to build your feature, right? So you can go to your AI chat IDE, you go, hey, I'm trying to do this stuff, and, give it the context. I have an AI designer, this is pretty much my prompt. Up here. Let me show you. Yeah, there we go. So I said, use Context Engine to help me come up with instructions to give to an AI designer agent to redesign the landing page with projects that will take us to the associated instances of coding projects where our dashboard implementation will live. Something like that. Smart to understand that I'm not trying to implement anything yet. So Augment has their own proprietary system, which is an interesting take because,
okay.
and that's what and so this really gave me a lot of. So this kind of ties into the ideas of stuff that I'm building right now. The way Augment works is they have their own, like they said, proprietary kind of agentic system, and they have their own context engine. Which to me, this is the most powerful AI IDE right now compared to like Cursor, Windsor, everything else. This is all of that, and I don't know what their secret sauce is, but it's way better than whatever's out there right now. So this landing page isn't quite what I was looking for. It's close.
Okay.
I can show you here. So what I'm looking for right now is I want to see recent projects, right? I don't want to see, feature requirements. That's not what projects are. These belong in a project. So it kind of messed that up a little bit, so I just gave it a different instruction.
Where is that data coming from? What? Is that data driven or is that static?
This is all static mock data right now.
Oh, okay. So your mock data is right. Got it.
Yeah. So Superdesign is purely front end stuff right now. It'll just flesh out the HTML, CSS. But here's kind of before I get into the nitty gritty of it. There's this, I believe. Well, sorry. Let me turn this around, complete this demo, and then we'll talk about the more higher level parts.
Yeah.
So this is the prompt. This is the new prompt I'm going to plug in. I'll show you right now. Making sure it looks good. All right, we'll take out this part. All right, so I'm giving it a revised design prompt here for my Build-O-Matic 5000.
Okay.
That's what this thing can be called. And while it's going...
Interesting. So I just want to make sure I'm following your workflow because I think some people will benefit from this because you are a more advanced user. So you saw the design that you got, and then your workflow was maybe to like give a screenshot of it to Augment and chat with Augment about what you don't like about it, and then get the revised ask to give back to your Build-O-Matic?
Yeah, exactly. So what I actually did was I grabbed a screen cap from Lovable, which I really enjoy, but Lovable is missing a critical feature, which I can talk about in a second. What they have here is kind of what I'm looking for.
So Lovable is part of the workflow too, okay.
Lovable is only part of the workflow in this sense where I grab the screen cap to show Augment what I want.
Fine.
Yeah, so I go, look at the look. I gave a screenshot of this, and then I said, gave a couple words on, what I'm looking for here, and then goes, okay. Generated myself a prompt. So here's what's cool.
So hold on, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I just want to see if I get it, because I think there's a lesson in here that I think can be applied to the agency or the company or whatever. So you're going to start off as with your product manager hat on, going over to Lovable to describe your vision, right? And Lovable is going to give you a visual representation of that. Lovable's acting as your design. Right. Then you take your design and your product manager knowledge and you drop that into Augment, and you give Augment your, I like this, I don't like this is how it should be made, this is how it shouldn't be made. And Augment, you're going to ask it to generate the detailed prompt for the implementation, and then give that prompt to Superdesign Open, where you can then have Google read that and implement. So you've got 3 different AI services, and you go from product manager to UX to then implementation. Is that basically the idea?
Yes. Thank you for breaking that down a bit, because I realized a lot of this is just a big pile of my own workflow, which I move through fluidly now because I've been doing this for a while. And so, like I said, from the prompt over to the left side, and in the middle of our conversation, it created exactly what I wanted. So we can flip back over here.
Oh, hold on! I just want to see something real quick. Your open, the implementation AI. Can we bring that back up real quick? I just wanted to see, did it come up with like a visual design using text, like over on the left-hand side, the box with the ASCII dashboard?
Yeah.
Was that helpful?
So so Gemini was a little eager, and I noticed that this is something that Gemini does more often, is that it'll kind of make a lot of assumptions and just do things sometimes. That's fine. Really, it should have stopped at this UI, this text ASCII UI, which I kind of love, and this is the way it should have worked, is it produces a bunch of these ASCII things as like a preview for you, and then go, does this wireframe, does this ASCII wireframe
I kind of like it. If it's good and
yeah.
it works, I kind of like it. Here's
Yeah.
how we're going to arrange things. That's pretty good. All right.
I really like that about Superdesign. So they did a great job.
And it implemented that? Like if you look at what it made, it was an accurate representation of what it said it was going to?
Yep.
Perfect.
And so here's the result. And so like I said, this is all mock-up. Yeah. So now I want to get to the conceptually higher level of where things are going. And we talk about this often because AI just evolves so quickly. But,
I got a question for you. Are you trying to implement this in the browser so that it's all agentic instead of people having to download Cursor?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, because this is kind of where I kind of see things heading, at least to making it more accessible to people. And I'm trying to bridge that gap right now.
Yeah.
And the way because I've talked to you about it in our own conversations, but probably not a lot of people outside really understand what I'm building right now. So I want to help people see this vision, because I think some people just don't have the time to look into it. I don't mind sharing a lot of this. So this is where I see things headed. Right now the missing piece is, you just saw me go through the workflow of product designer, project manager, UI UX, and just those first kind of 3-4 steps, right, in the software development life cycle. I've defined the requirements, and I've now designed what it should be doing, what the feature does, and now it's down to the implementation step. So right now you're seeing those first 3 steps or so, right? The next step is defining the requirements, and that's where a lot of the stuff that I've been building come in. Mm-hmm. I've been working on something called Speclinter, and what this does is it breaks down those requirements into specific tasks, but not just tasks. It also spells out the user journey.
Oh, that's so awesome. So this is going to be like your Pocket BA?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. So this is there's going to be your product, your BA, and I'm just trying to see if I put this anywhere.
Or not even the role, because the roles don't exist anymore, right? Like we're still using roles as legacy ways of describing buckets of functions, right?
Yeah.
So that's that's like your BA MCP now.
Yeah. So this is a different branch, but what I'm working on here, this should be, or hopefully you can see it.
I can see, yeah.
This is Speclinter, which is the MCP server that I made, which helps you break down those tasks into more detailed steps and spells out the behaviors and scenarios needed, right? So, for instance, the question you asked next for the design I just made is what happens now, right? I built this workspace. Sure. What is expected? What is the expected behavior when I click on a project? Mm-hmm. Yes, Speclinter fleshes all of that out.
You know who's really going to need this? Vibe coders. Vibe coders who have never had to actually think through the whole process, and they're just relying on the AI to be optimistic. That's going to save their lives. This is exactly who it's for. That's what it's for then. Awesome. Hear that? If you're a vibe coder, you got to look up Speclinter. It should be enough so you can just probably give it to Claude or ChatGPT or Cursor or whatever, and have it read it and tell it what to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is still a bit of a... it's meant to bridge that user experience or that developer experience for a lot of vibe coders, right? And honestly, for myself, at this point, I'm more like a advanced vibe coder than a software engineer.
An advanced vibe coder with many years of doing work.
Yeah, I'm not. But the software engineering experience is still required to do complex projects, but this makes it a lot easier, right? So this is the stuff that engineers think through. Breaking down the requirements, what are the scenarios, what are the different, edge cases that need to be thinking about, and so Speclinter does all that, breaks it all down, and it provides all those edge cases. And so, and also the happy path, right, to make sure that's implemented correctly. They keep only vibe code so far.
Right.
And so this is the bridge that I'm trying to build right now, is that piece where you can have feature traceability. So the features that you're building, so let's say one of the features is make it multiplayer, right? You can then break this multiplayer feature down into different, it's pretty big epic, actually. It's not just a
It's
simple
huge, yeah.
feature.
Sure.
Yeah. So then you can have multiple features. Those multiple features break down to multiple tasks.
Mm-hmm.
And so each one of those tasks can then be tied to specific files and code throughout your thing. So that's the next step that I'm working on right now, is that feature traceability throughout your entire project.
Okay, because that's what's really going to help an agentic system do things like Sev1 problem. Prod just went down. Go look at the last couple of PRs that happened. Go look at who did them. Go look at what they were working on. Go look at the different features and how they interact. Right?
Yep.
And it would then be able to potentially look through all those things and be like, you changed how databases connect over here when Bob touched it, and then when this reporting feature ran, it didn't work anymore because we've got, some sort of a permissions problem. And it's going to be able to get that bigger context of the history and the features and how they've changed perhaps over time. Is that something that we could do?
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm hoping to implement. It's a little daunting, but I have the idea kind of.
I'm sure that people are going to be interested in seeing what you're doing and maybe even get involved.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm using open source projects to build this, which is I feel like it's only fair I give it back once I'm done. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So once I'm done, I'll have my own kind of enterprise hosting thing, and then I'll open source it